Welcome to Mega Stadiums. Today we're exploring another transformation project in English football. Crystal Palace's plan to expand the historic Selhurst Park into a 34,000-seat modern fortress. After a historic 2025 that saw the Eagles claim their first ever major trophy with a stunning FA Cup triumph and secure European football for the first time in the club's history, the timing couldn't be more perfect. From a dramatic rescue from liquidation just 16 years ago to a £200 million transformation that will vault one of football's most atmospheric venues into the modern era. This is the story of how South London's finest are transforming Selhurst Park into a fortress fit for European football. Let's get started. Selhurst Park has been the beating heart of Crystal Palace for more than 100 years, making it one of the oldest and most characterful football venues in England. The story begins in 1922, when Crystal Palace purchased a former brickfield from the Brighton Railway Company for just £2,750. The club hired Archibald Leitch, the legendary Scottish stadium architect, to design their new home. Construction took 2 years and cost approximately £30,000, around £1.5 million today. In August 1924, the Lord Mayor of London officially opened Selhurst Park, and the inaugural match saw Crystal Palace host Sheffield Wednesday in front of 25,000 fans. The stadium's character developed over the decades. In 1953, Selhurst Park installed its first floodlights, and to celebrate, the club invited Real Madrid for a friendly, the Spanish Giants' first ever match in London. In 1969, following Palace's promotion to Division 1, Chairman Arthur Waite constructed a new stand and added a second tier to the White Horse Lane end in anticipation of bigger crowds. Selhurst Park's record attendance came in 1979, when 51,482 supporters packed into the ground for a second division championship decider against Burnley. The stadium underwent significant changes in the 1990s following the Taylor Report's all-seater mandate. The most notable development came in 1994 to 95, when Palace demolished the old Holmesdale Road Terrace and constructed a new two-tier stand with 8,500 seats. This was the last major redevelopment for decades. Throughout its history, Selhurst Park has served not just Crystal Palace but other clubs in need. From 1985 to 1991, Charlton Athletic shared the ground after leaving the Valley. Then from 1991 to 2003, Wimbledon called Selhurst Park home after Plough Lane fell into disrepair. This spirit of community and resilience has always defined the stadium. Today, Selhurst Park holds just over 25,000 fans, making it the fourth smallest stadium in the Premier League. Only Bournemouth's Vitality Stadium, Brentford's G-Tech Community Stadium, and Burnley's Turf Moor are smaller. For a club with Premier League ambitions, European football on the horizon, and one of the most passionate fan bases in English football, this capacity is simply inadequate. The mismatch between the club's on-pitch success and off-pitch infrastructure has become increasingly stark. The catalyst for change came in 2010 when Crystal Palace faced liquidation. Lifelong fan and businessman Steve Parish led a consortium to rescue the club, but insisted on purchasing both Palace and Selhurst Park, understanding that without owning their ground, there was no sustainable future. After fan protests outside Lloyds Bank's headquarters, Parish's CPFC 2010 consortium completed a last-minute deal on June 1, 2010, purchasing both the club and stadium for £3.5 million, literally hours before liquidation. Crystal Palace had been saved, and Parish would transform them from a club in crisis into a stable Premier League side. In December 2017, Parish first unveiled plans for a £100 million redevelopment of Selhurst Park. Initial planning permission was granted in 2018. However, the expansion was delayed by the COVID-19 pandemic and the club's focus on delivering their academy upgrade at Beckenham, which was completed in 2021. For years, fans watched and waited, enduring countless false dawns and delays. Finally, in 2024, Croydon Council reapproved the revised plans and preliminary works commenced. After nearly 7 years of planning, negotiations, and setbacks, Crystal Palace's transformation was ready to begin. The club's vision is clear: transform the stadium from a respectable but undersized 25,000 capacity venue into a modern 34,000-seat fortress capable of supporting the club's Premier League and European ambitions. This represents an increase of approximately 8,500 seats, a 34% capacity boost that will fundamentally transform Palace's financial capabilities. The centerpiece of the redevelopment is the radical transformation of the main stand, the oldest structure at Selhurst Park and the only remaining element of Archibald Leach's original 1924 design. Currently holding just 5,200 supporters, the main stand will be completely demolished and rebuilt as an impressive 5-story structure accommodating 13,500 fans, more than doubling its capacity and making it one of the largest single stands in London. The architectural firm entrusted with bringing this vision to life is KSS Design Group, a London-based practice with an impressive pedigree in stadium design. KSS were the architects behind Liverpool's successful main stand expansion at Anfield. They've also designed Brighton's Amex Stadium and are also leading the Elland Road expansion, as we mentioned 3 weeks ago. The construction partner for the project is Lend-Lease, a global property and infrastructure company with extensive experience in major developments. The new main stand will be a stunning architectural statement. Its most distinctive feature is an all-glass facade, a direct homage to the club's heritage and the original Crystal Palace exhibition hall, designed by Joseph Paxton that stood on Sydenham Hill from 1851. This iconic Victorian structure, built on a cast-iron frame with massive glass panels, gave both the area and the football club their names. The new stand will feature a central vaulted arch with the club's famous eagle crest, while eagle wings will flank the structure, creating a dramatic visual impact that references both the club's history and identity. The main stand will include more than 2,500 hospitality seats, between 16 and 28 executive boxes, and one of Europe's first tunnel clubs, an exclusive space offering guests a unique vantage point as players prepare for matches and conduct post-match interviews. The club explicitly rejected the uniform bowl stadium approach, instead opting to preserve Selhurst Park's traditional 4-stand configuration. This was a deliberate decision. Palace understands that the ground's character and distinctive atmosphere are competitive advantages. The famous Holmesdale Road stand, home to the Holmesdale fanatics and widely regarded as one of the loudest sections in English football, will remain untouched. The club has worked with acoustic specialists to ensure the expanded stadium amplifies rather than dilutes Selhurst Park's legendary atmosphere. Looking beyond the immediate project, Palace have indicated potential for further development. The other 3 stands could receive modernization work in future years, and there's scope for additional capacity increases if the club's success continues. However, the immediate focus remains on delivering the main stand transformation. When Crystal Palace first unveiled their redevelopment plans in December 2017, the estimated cost sat at around £75 to £100 million. The financial landscape had changed dramatically during those years. By 2022, the estimated cost had risen to £150 million due to inflation in construction materials and labour. Today, as construction approaches, the total investment is projected to exceed £200 million, more than double the original estimate. In interviews with The Athletic, Chairman Steve Parish admitted that costs got out of control but have now been stabilised, noting the club had to deal with massive inflation in the construction market during the post-pandemic period. Crucially, Palace secured the financing needed to move forward. In December 2025, Bloomberg reported that Goldman Sachs is leading a £125 million loan package to Crystal Palace. This financing replaces a previous arrangement from another backer, with the Goldman Sachs deal offering significantly more favourable terms. With funding secured and approvals in place, Crystal Palace confirmed that physical, visible construction work, including potential demolition and groundworks, will commence this month, January 2026. The construction timeline is estimated at just over 2 years, with completion targeted for the end of the 2026 to 27 season. This means Palace fans could see the fully expanded Selhurst Park operational for the 2027 to 28 campaign. During construction, the stadium will experience a temporary capacity reduction as the main stand is demolished and rebuilt. However, The other 3 stands will remain fully operational throughout, ensuring Selhurst Park can continue hosting Premier League and European matches without the club needing to relocate temporarily. The financial case for the expansion is compelling. Crystal Palace posted matchday revenue of £13.8 million during the 2023-24 season. With the expansion complete and the additional 8,500 seats available, conservative estimates project matchday revenue will nearly double, potentially reaching £25 to £30 million annually. That additional millions per season represents transformative income for a club of Palace's size and would significantly strengthen their ability to compete with wealthier Premier League clubs for player recruitment and wages. The expanded capacity also opens possibilities for hosting concerts, international matches, and other major events beyond football. The project is estimated to contribute significantly to the local economy, with construction creating hundreds of jobs and the finished stadium driving ongoing economic activity in South London. For Crystal Palace, this £200 million investment is about survival at the highest level. The club that Steve Parish saved from extinction in 2010 now finds itself competing with billion-pound rivals for European qualification and top players. Without modern infrastructure to match their on-pitch ambitions, Palace risk being left behind. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Palace enter this construction period as FA Cup holders, Community Shield victors, and European competitors for the first time in their history. They have a talented young squad under an ambitious manager, passionate supporters who fill Selhurst Park every week, and ownership committed to long-term success. The expanded Selhurst Park will ensure they have the financial firepower to compete for decades to come. And that's the complete story of Crystal Palace's ambitious plans to transform Selhurst Park into a 34,000-seat modern fortress. What do you think about the Eagles' expansion plans? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching. See you next week.